The Left Shoe, Writing in Public, day 15 of this documentary journey. It is February 27th, 2024. Almost 11 p.m. here in Tokyo. Had another full day of work, unfortunately. Today, I wanted to touch on a topic that has kind of weighed heavily on me today. It's been not the greatest of days, all things considered. I always have perspective and I make sure to express gratitude, but some days you're just down. And now that I'm trying to become a public documenter of this journey, I've found that I guess I'm having trouble finding the right words to say. I have, I'm part of a yoga studio, and the instructors at the studio I go to are basically independent contractors. So they have to run essentially their own business. And part of their, I guess, one of their biggest tools for doing that is using social media, especially Instagram. And I have a friend named Saya, and she's great at Instagram. She's always funny. She's posting stories. She's active every single day, and it's impressive. And I watch and I try to see what I can learn from her. But one of the things I want to ask her, which I haven't kind of, I don't know, found the courage to yet, is, are you ever off? What do you do when you just feel down, when you just feel out of it? Because one thing I do know for sure is that that's applies to 100% of us. As long as we're human, everyone's feeling down sometimes, and we're not kind of always on top of our game or feeling the greatest. And again, it's not about a pity party, but it's just about being realistic and knowing that as humans, we experience the full range of emotions, and they're not always going to be positive. And that's necessary. We need balance with everything, and you need the negative feelings and the down emotions to be able to appreciate the highs. So I am interested in learning about that when people make content kind of core to their livelihood, how they juggle with being down. And part of what I hope to do with this journey is there's plenty of downs along my own journey, but I want to make all of those public as a way of hopefully encouraging others to come along with me and understand that, you know, you can find people you connect with online in the digital world, and even look up to or find inspiration from that, but they're humans just like you. They're not always going to be on top of the world, and everything isn't always fun and games and celebrations and all that. So I'd like to explore that and figure out how to do this when I'm down. I felt that today. The root cause today is more about just the day job. I feel a bit uninspired. My motivation with this story, The Left Shoe, is really, uh, truthfully, it's that I think it's a great story, and it's a message that I think needs to be amplified even more and more with the world. And if I can have a little piece in contributing to that, but part of it also is just I find meaninglessness in a lot of my day to day work. I have a good career. I'm grateful for the opportunities it's given me, but God, it would feel good to be able to have a daily purpose with your work where you really feel like you're making a difference. And that's something that if this book is successful, maybe that could be in my future. Maybe, I don't necessarily expect to make even much money, if any money, from a book, but maybe it could lead to other things, or, whether that's speaking or whether that's coaching or who knows. I don't know exactly where it'll go. I'm just trying to focus on the story for now. But I think I was feeling down today based on this sort of wonder. Am I going to have to work in a job I don't really care much about for the rest of my working life? Hope not. And that's what I feel is to some extent, sometimes I feel that's what's at stake here with me documenting this journey and trying to publish this book, and hopefully it can be a springboard. So yeah, just not the most upbeat of topics today, but it is a real thing that I'm experiencing, and I will experience again along the way. I'm very fortunate in that typically when I feel down, it doesn't last too long. I tend to bounce back pretty quickly, but I want to make sure I'm being honest and documenting the low points as well. So that's the update for today. Catch you tomorrow.